Hi folks, hope you're well. It's now nearly 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. on the 13th of the 2nd, 2025. And so yes, today there's been a lot of videos about church, yes. But the reason is because, come to another point, I've been talking about it for a few weeks now, where, I get to speak to the pastor, I get to tell the pastor of the Community Church of God in Elgin that he needs to go to Father, he needs to go to God, and he needs to tell Mrs. B and that man as well that they need to go to God about what they've done. And once I do that, then my time at that church is over. I will not be returning. I'll be walking past that church as if it's just another building. Obviously, I'll speak to people if I see them, but like if there's a bloke outside as he does talking to people and handing out tracts, and I will say hello to him. But that's it. I won't be going in. No. Because nothing to do with me anymore. I have gone there, I've shared, and I've been rejected. So, okay. So now is the time to move on. Now is the time to shake the dust off her feet and say, okay, move on now. So I waited there because there's a little birdie. I wanted to let little birdie do what it wanted to do before I carried on walking. See, there you go. That's the way to do things. Yeah. Anyway, so, yes. So therefore, that's why today there's been a quite heavy focus on churchy things, is because, it's me saying that's the end of another chapter, which is good. And the end of, basically, as far as I'm aware, the end of any chapter that I will have involving any church or any churchy thing now in Elgin. That I won't be going to any church or getting involved in any churchy thing at all now in Elgin. Because I won't. I don't see the point. There is, as far as I know, there will never be a point in this little town, because the people in this little town, they are happy with the way that things are. They are more than happy with the way that things are. So, well, there you go. So long as they are happy with the way that things are, okay. What are you going to do? Leave them to it. That's what you do. Well, that's why the Lord said, if you go somewhere and you bring what I give you to bring, and these people don't receive, and you're not welcome, because, I'm not. I'm banned from the meetings at the River Church, the Oasis Church, and the Community Church of God. So therefore, I've not been made welcome in churches in this area, have I? So therefore, okay. Anything I've said has been rejected, so therefore, right here. What did he say next? He said, well, you walk away. You shake the dust off your feet and you never return. So Elgin, you are now one of those towns that the Lord said when he talked about. And those consequences will come on you, but that's down to your people. And again, I would say to all those people in those churches, if you've got a problem with that, if you think that that maybe I should come back at some point in time and speak to you, go and speak to the people that complained. Go and speak to the people that bitched to the pastor, bitched to this person or that person or this person or that person. Rather than speak to me, rather than have the guts to speak to me, rather than be an adult and speak to me. Now, I get part of the reason why people wouldn't do that, because like the bloke on Christmas Eve, he spoke to me. But the way he spoke to me, he condemned himself. So therefore, a lot of people might think not speaking to me is the best thinking thing, because maybe they would do the same. Yeah, maybe. But again, that's not my problem. And again, if you're in churches that don't care about teaching, that don't care about your destination, yeah, that all you care about is this safe space church where you don't really have to do anything, and you don't really have to change, you don't really have to become this new creation that the Bible talks about. Well, actually, you're waiting for God just to do that overnight. Yeah, for revival to come, and you go forward in a meeting, someone prays for you, and you become this new creation. That's what you're waiting for. It's not going to happen. That will not happen. Not that way, not in any way, shape or form. For you to become the new creation, then you have to make decisions, and you have to make decisions that most of the people in churches will never make. Partly because you need to go to God, and yeah, you won't do that. You won't. Now again, when I've said, and I've said quite a few times, yes, that Mrs. B never went to God, I'm not trying to mock her. I completely understand why she didn't. Completely. If you've had Manuel as your pastor, and then you have the bloke they got now. Again, I don't even remember his name, that bloke. He's such a nonplussed person. He's bland. He's bland. He's completely non-threatening. He's exactly what a safe space church would pick as a pastor. Exactly. He is the perfect pastor for that type of safe space church. You wouldn't find better. You couldn't find better than that. He is absolutely spot on for that. He's so unassuming. Manuel was the opposite. Manuel had to be everything. He is still way too much the pastor and the teacher, but he's incredibly unassuming. Which is good, but it's got to a point where I don't remember what his name is. At some point, I'm pretty sure he would have told me his name, but I've got no idea what it is. I just have never remembered. But when you've had Manuel, then you've had him, neither of which want to really teach you how to walk. Neither of which have taught people in church that it's absolutely and totally idiotic to assume that yes, you're going to have to repent until the day you die because you're going to be making mistakes along the way all the time, but it's not even within the realm of possibility that you married the wrong person. Really? The logic there seems a bit crazy, doesn't it? You're going to make mistakes in every other area of your life. You might even commit adultery. But it's not possible that you didn't marry the person God wanted you to marry. Really? All these other things you're doing, God doesn't want you to do, but that? Yeah, right. Absolute rubbish. Right? It has to be. It has to be complete and utter nonsense. Why in that area is it spot on, but in every other area we're completely missing the mark? And we have to therefore repent all the time. No. So, as I say, when she's had pastors that were completely unable to teach her truth, then why would she even consider that truth might be truth? Or that if it's not truth, then maybe she needs to know truth. Whatever that truth will do, she needs to know truth. Whatever that may do, she needs to know it. Right? Therefore, she needs to go to God, whatever God will tell her. I can't blame her for not doing that. So I wish them all well. But as I say, that's it. Now, my time there is done. Enjoy. Bye-bye.